Honorable Senators, I have the following communication to make. First, I take this opportunity to welcome you back from recess. In accordance with the calendar of the Senate for the regular sittings, Part 5 begins today, Tuesday, 19th September 2023, and will conclude at the rise of the Senate on the 19th October 2023. Now, Honorable Senators, the past recess saw the Senate participate in two major activities. That is the biannual devolution conference, which took place from the 15th to the 18th August 2023 in Uasin Gishu County. And the second major event was the African Climate Summit, which took place from the 4th to the 6th September 2023 here in Nairobi. The devolution conference brought together local and international delegates to learn and share best practices on pertinent issues affecting devolution in Kenya. On the other hand, the African Climate Summit was held on the premise that climate change is the biggest challenge facing humanity and the biggest threat to all life on Earth. Further, that Africa is facing the harshest brunt of the effects of climate change. If unabated, it will continue to have adverse effects on the African socio-economic well-being and hamper growth and development. Therefore, a unified approach that addresses climate change and the African development agenda was necessary. The two events culminated in the signing of communiques which outlined action that required to be taken with a view to ensuring, one, the success of devolution, and two, a concerted effort for African countries at combating climate change. I take this opportunity to thank Honorable Senators for turning up in large numbers to participate in both events. I also take this opportunity to urge the Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations and the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources, together with the Parliamentary Caucus on Climate Action, to respectively interrogate the communiques on the Devolution Conference and the communique on the African Climate Summit, and to develop the necessary legislative interventions to actualize them. By doing so, the Senate and Parliament, as in general, will essentially be walking the walk. Honorable Senators, as we embark on Part 5 of the Senate calendar, our in-tray is rather full already. A number of bills, motions, petitions, and statements are pending consideration. I urge that we redouble our collective efforts in a bid to conclude the business by the end of the session in December 2023. I also urge the Senate Majority Leader and the Senate Minority Leader to do all that is necessary within the standing orders so that the said business is fast-tracked. My office remains at your disposal to assist you in discharging your constitutional responsibilities. I will continue to support each senator individually and at the committee levels that you serve to enable you achieve what we have set out during this term of Parliament. Now, Honorable Senators, in conclusion, on 30th May 2023, the Senate resolved to hold its plenary and committee sittings in Turkana County. The sittings will take place from 25th to 29th September 2023 at the Turkana County Assembly premises. Preparations are now at an advanced stage to ensure that the sittings are a success. I take this opportunity to urge all senators to participate in this momentous event outside the precincts of Parliament in Nairobi. More information regarding the Turkana sittings will be communicated through the office of the clerk. I thank you. Next order, clerk.
Order number 3, messages.
Honorable Senators, I have received 4 messages from the National Assembly, and I'll proceed to read them over to you. I wish to report to the Senate that pursuant to Standing Order 46.3 and 4, I received the following message from the Speaker of the National Assembly regarding the approval of a nominee for appointment as the chairperson of the Board of Central Bank of Kenya. The message, dated Thursday, 14 September 2023, was received on Monday, 18 September 2023, in the office of the Clerk of the Senate. Pursuant to the said standing order, I now report the message. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 41.1 of the National Assembly Standing Orders, I hereby convey the following message from the National Assembly. Whereas, in exercise of powers conferred by Section 11(1)(a) of the Central Bank of Kenya Act, Chapter 491, as read together with Section 5 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act 2011, His Excellency the President nominated Mr. Andrew Mukita Musangi for appointment as the chairperson of the Board of the Central Bank of Kenya, and sought the approval of Parliament. And whereas, in accordance with the provision of Section 11(2)(a) of the Central Bank of Kenya Act, Cap 491, as read together with Section 8(1) of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act 2011, the National Assembly, by a resolution passed on Thursday, 14 September 2023, approved the appointment of Mr. Andrew Mukita Musangi as the chairperson of the Board of the Central Bank of Kenya. Now, therefore, in accordance with the provisions of Standing Order 41.1 of the National Assembly, I hereby convey the said resolution of the National Assembly and seek the concurrence of the Senate on approval of the nominee for appointment as chairperson of the Board of Central Bank of Kenya. Honorable Senators, pursuant to Standing Order 77.1 of the Senate Standing Orders, which requires that upon receipt of notification of nomination for appointment to a public office required to be approved by the Senate under the Constitution or any legislation, the nomination shall stand committed to the relevant standing committee for consideration. Consequently, this matter stands committed to the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget for their consideration. I thank you. The second message is as follows. I wish to report to the Senate that pursuant to Standing Order 46.3 and 4, I received the following message from the Speaker of the National Assembly regarding the decision of the National Assembly on the Senate amendments to the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 16 of 2023. The message dated Thursday, 14 September 2023 was received on Monday, 18 September 2023 in the office of the Clerk of the Senate. Pursuant to the said standing order, I now proceed to report the message. Pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 41.1 and 148B of the National Assembly Standing Orders, I hereby convey the following message from the National Assembly. Whereas the National Assembly passed the bill with amendments on Tuesday, 27th June 2023 and referred it to the Senate for consideration, and whereas on Tuesday, 29th August 2023, the Senate considered the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 16 of 2023, and passed it with amendments to Clause 6. Further, whereas on Thursday, 14 September 2023, the National Assembly rejected the Senate amendments to the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill 16 of 2023, thereby committing the bill to a mediation committee pursuant to Article 112(2)(b) of the Constitution. Now, therefore, in accordance with the provisions of Article 112 of the Constitution and Standing Order 149 of the National Assembly Standing Orders, I hereby convey the said decision of the National Assembly to the Senate and seek the appointment of senators to the mediation committee on the bill. Honorable Senators, consequent to the said decision, the Speaker of the National Assembly appointed the following members of the National Assembly to the mediation committee to consider the contentious clause of the bill in accordance with Article 113 of the Constitution. 1, the Honorable Owen Baya. 2, the Honorable Martha Wangari. 3, the Honorable Omboko Milemba. 4, the Honorable Abraham Kirwa. 5th, the Honorable Milo Odhiambo Mabona. 6th, the Honorable Dr. Makali Mulu. And 7th, Honorable Daudi Mohammed. Honorable Senators, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 166(2) of the Senate Standing Orders, and in consultation with the majority and minority leaders, I will, at the appropriate time, appoint senators to the Joint Mediation Committee. I thank you. Honorable Senators, you may walk in and take your seats as I proceed. The third message received from the National Assembly is as follows. I wish to report to the Senate that pursuant to Standing Order 46.3 and 5, I have received a message from the Speaker of the National Assembly while the Senate was on recess regarding the passage of the Food and Feed Safety Control Coordination Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2023. Pursuant to the said standing order, I now proceed to read the message. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 41.1 and 142 of the National Assembly Standing Orders, I hereby convey the following message from the National Assembly. Whereas the Food and Feed Safety Control Coordination Bill, National Assembly Bill number 21 of 2023, was published via Kenya Gazette Supplement number 75 of May 2024, of May 24th, 2023, as a bill to provide for the coordination of public institutions involved in the control of food and feed safety, to establish the office of the Food Safety Controller, and to provide for the role of the county government in food safety and feed safety. And whereas the Food and Feed Safety Control Coordination Bill, National Assembly Bill number 21 of 2023, was passed by the National Assembly on Wednesday, 23rd August 2023, with amendments and in the form attached herewith. Now, therefore, in accordance with the provisions of Article 110 of the Constitution and Standing Orders 41.1 and 142 of the National Assembly Standing Orders, I hereby convey the said decision of the National Assembly to the Senate. I thank you. Honorable Senators, kindly walk in and take a seat.